Reflections of Purpose. Ow! It's Twisted Threads. Now look, I had to get that scream out. We always come on here and sometimes we get real serious. We talk about things that are crazy and out of whack, and we're looking at our lives and different things. Today's reflection of purpose, we're focusing on reducing the stress. And just what I did is one way for you to reduce the stress. That scream, that letting it out, that making sure that you don't keep things bottled in. And so we want to talk specifically today, and hopefully this is an opportunity for us to have fun. Because guess what? The opposite of stress is fun. It's us being happy. It's us remembering to be grateful for the life that we have to live. And when we think about the techniques that we need to reduce stress, look, I know many of us are living healthier lives, and we forget sometimes to take mental health days because they're required. We need that regroup, that reset, that opportunity to be able to say, yeah, I'm just going to breathe today. You know, maybe I'm going to binge watch some of my favorite shows or figure out who else is watching something good and let me watch along with them so that I can laugh and cry and get a minor escape from everyday life. Because sometimes life gets heavy. Sometimes trying to transform your life gets really, really deep. And you don't really always appreciate the progress that you've already made. And so some of the things that are on my list when I want to reduce stress, you got to dance. Get it moving. Whether it's a Zumba class for exercise, understanding that exercise is literally an antidepressant. It will make you happy just because you're moving. Now, when you sit still, us women of a certain age, us men of a certain age, our bodies might do things that we didn't intend for them to do, but we're going to feel better about it. And so making sure that we get that movement in. Turn up the music. Listen to the sounds that you love, whether it's Aerosmith, Metallica, or Naughty by Nature, whoever it might be. You know, Faith Evans is usually on my SoundCloud, and I love it because it's not one thing. I got Rascal Flatts on there too. So look, we're all over the place. But the music gives us an opportunity to remember that life is worth living. Meditate. That's a great way for you to reduce stress. If you don't know how, Google it, find a podcast. There's so much information about meditation that there's no reason why we need to just be miserable all day. Being grateful is a huge way for us to be mindful of how do we get things just kind of out of our thought process because we don't want to deal with it. Maybe it's the kids, maybe it's the spouse, maybe it's something, maybe it's work. I love it because, you know, when you go to work, a lot of times people will say, I'm going on a smoke break. Many of us don't smoke, but I approve smoke breaks. Why? Because those people on the company's time get a break to decompress. Now, not really healthy for you to actually be smoking cigarettes, but the break itself, I'm all down for. Why? Because you get an opportunity to step away, to do things differently. Even, you know, ergonomics and doing things in a holistic manner says that when you're at work, literally every 26 minutes, I believe is the number, you should be getting up and moving around, doing something different. A lot of times we feel miserable at work because we're stagnant doing the same thing. Well, switch it up. Maybe I have a standing desk and sometimes I forget to use it. I just got a standing desk at home as well. Why? Because I want to do the work, but I don't just always want to be sitting down stagnant with different things. And so we got to really think about ways to zap out that stress. Look, when the stress is moved away from us, we'll be able to not have to worry about depression. Less anxiety will be in our lives. I love it because, and I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix, there's a documentary on stress. Who else is watching it? Probably just me by myself. But I found it very interesting to learn about stress, to learn about how stress literally attacks your body. And most of us don't think about that. When we get stressed, we get a headache. Or when we get stressed, there's other symptoms that our body kind of does to fight against the stress coming and literally breaking cells down and breaking things down. Now, I'm not a scientific person. I can't tell you all about that, but I did find it very interesting to know that when we think about stress, a lot of times we're just thinking like, oh, I just got to keep going and get through it. Well, those breaks, taking the time to breathe deeply slows things down. It slows it down. It really works. So right where you are, take the time. Inhale, exhale. Now, not no quick thing. Hold it for 5 to 10 seconds. And then exhale. Don't you feel better already? I do. I'm ready. Let's go. What's the next thing that we're going to do? And that's what taking the time to reduce the stress allows you the opportunity to be. The next thing for you to do, be present. Don't worry about what's going to be for dinner. Don't worry about what homework assignment has to be done. Don't worry about that you got to go to one store and then the fabric store and then you got PTA and then you got ministry and then somewhere in there you're going to eat. I don't know how that is. And somewhere in there you're going to get exercise. Somewhere in there you're going to do things that you love. But when you are stressed out, you forget to just do that. Do the things that you love. Call up one of your friends. Tell them, hey, I need somebody to hook up dinner tonight. Or get yourself in a group where maybe once a month you all do that. You all come and get together. And it's Mary's time to feed all of our children this month. And then next month, maybe you'll have a day to do the same thing. Not so that it would be stressed. I love it because one of my girlfriends, Ann, I love her. And she always loves to feed people. That is not my ministry. But Ann loved to feed people and she would bring us over her house all the time. And she's like, okay, well, you do this one thing and you do, and we will all come together. Somebody bought the ice. Somebody bought the juice. Somebody did the cooking. I was always on the cornbread. I make good cornbread, but I get it. But whatever it is, you do the baked beans, you do the corn, you do the whatever else it is. You know that she's from Panama, so yeah, we would get that West Indian food and get the curry everything. But she loved lo mein too. I don't know how to make that. Get people together who's going to support you. That's also a stress reliever. Tune into your body. When things start aching and it's not flu season and it's not other things that are going on, look, stress may be the issue. And a lot of times our doctors don't even think about we might be in a stressful situation. But if you have a good doctor, that person should be asking you things about, so what's going on in your life? I love it because my nutritionist always asks me, so what are the good things that you accomplished in your life? And usually I'm like, well, I didn't lose this 5 pounds that I thought I was going to lose. And I ate the cake and the ice cream with sprinkles, and so sometimes we focus on the wrong things. But when you start thinking about your achievements and the things that you have done and the things that you were able to see your children do, and that could be on the smallest level, I promise you life gets better. Your day gets better. The things that you focus on just seem to fall into place because you taking the time to really just think about that. Taking the time to decompress, to laugh out loud, to really figure out, some of us are into yoga. Okay, I'm gonna say some of you are into yoga. Maybe, doing that plank for 2 to 5 minutes might do something. We gotta think about what are the areas that we're able to impact our lives by just reducing the stress. Look, the next time we come on here, or if you press play on another video, we'll be talking about personal development. We'll be talking about professional development. We'll be talking about healing our hearts. That's one way for us to reduce the stress. Vacation time. Go take in a movie. Read a book. Write a book. Literally, it can be a stress reliever. Whatever it is for you, you got to know who you are. Because what de-stresses me doesn't de-stress my twin sister. We shared a womb together. That literally is my womb mate. but we don't have the same outlook when it comes to, oh, I'm stressed out. Now, I'm gonna tell you one thing, we're Linda's daughters, so some retail therapy always makes it better. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But that may not be your thing. And I mean, you don't even have to buy anything. Whatever it is, the fact we going shopping, we're going to spend $3 on maybe a smoothie, but we're in the mall, we're looking at things. Whatever those things are. Maybe it's a basketball game. Maybe it's you playing a video game for my gals and guys. Because look, in this day and age, it's not just the guys that are on the gaming. But whatever it is, take the time to do it. Take the time to make sure that your life is the best that you can make it. If you're so stressed out that you can't enjoy anything, that means you need to just take a pause. You don't have to quit. You don't got to throw in the towel. That's not necessary. But taking breaks, pressing pause, reducing the stress in your life to make sure that we can still keep on trekking, that we can still keep on making things happen in our lives. This is important for our goal setting, for our vision casting, and we really just can't live life without it. So this is Twisted Threads. Remember, as always, like and share these videos. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a thing. Today, make it an amazing day.
Reflections of Purpose.